Hello, we are back with our next video, in which we continue to explore the characteristics and definitions of resilience. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, here's your chance to watch them. There are certain common points in the definition of resilience, such as the existence of unfavorable circumstances, difficulties, or risk factors, competent functioning, favorable developmental outcomes, age-appropriate adaptation, integration, and fulfillment of developmental tasks, absence of severe clinical symptoms. Although the interpretation of the concept of resilience is not uniform even in professional terminology, as it can be interpreted as a personality trait, a process, an outcome, or an ability, this does not preclude us from having something to do with it from a pedagogical point of view or in a pedagogical sense. There are a number of concepts that we cannot clearly define, but which may nevertheless represent an educational goal to be achieved or even describe a phenomenon that is relevant from an educational point of view. For example, a happy or successful child. Ungar and his colleagues, 2008, offer a new interpretation of resilience, which they view as the ability of individuals to find ways to improve their health, and the ability of an individual's physical and social environment to provide them with the appropriate resources. Resilience is guided by two processes: navigation and bargaining or negotiation. Individuals must demonstrate their personal abilities by navigating resources appropriately, such as forming positive attachments, engaging in activities that enhance self-esteem, participating in education, and being a member of the family and the wider community. However, the family and community must also be available when resources need to be found. Negotiation and bargaining are necessary for the resources provided to be meaningful to the person seeking help. The bargaining process is particularly important, as children are constantly involved in this process with their environment due to their access to environmental resources. Luther's model is extremely important in terms of risk and resilience because it shows that resilience is only one of many possible paths of development. In terms of risk exposure and adaptation, the following outcomes are possible: minimal risk and good adaptation. Individuals who are well-adjusted and face few challenges. At least moderate risk and good adaptation, resilient individuals. Minimal risk and poor adaptation, problematic development despite a suitable environment. At least moderate risk and poor adaptation, vulnerable individuals. If you like the video, like it, share it, and maybe it will reach someone who needs it. Subscribe and don't miss a thing! Thank you for being here. See you soon.